Lost my heart and lost my soul. Now it's time that you won't know.
Hey everybody, welcome to another video of Journey with Jess. So this one isn't going to be a very long one. It's pretty much just going to be a bit of a information video about my diabetes, my diagnosis, and what I go through day to day. So to start off with, I got diagnosed with type 1 on the 6th of September 2018. Now, the difference between type 1 and type 2. So, type 2 is insulin resistance, and where your body just over time becomes resistant to the insulin, which is usually due to lifestyle factors or predisposing factors or sometimes genetic. While type 1 is your pancreas does not produce insulin whatsoever. Now, our insulin is there to be used as a source that converts our food into energy sources, which stabilizes our blood sugar levels. Now, as a type 1, my body doesn't do that. My pancreas does not produce insulin whatsoever. So what I have to do daily is give myself insulin. So you can choose to do pumps, injections, anything like that. And so usually for me, I just go for MDIs, multiple daily injections. So usually my insulin levels are pretty good, apart from the fact that when I'm really, really stressed, I'm on my period or I'm really run down. Now, so for the past 2 months, my levels have been a bit all over the place. Still not high, but quite high for me. So sitting in that 9 range is quite high for me. Now, the normal range, they say, is between 5 to 7. But for diabetics, they usually change that for about 4 to 8, they say is acceptable. But for me, I always try and stay between that 5 and 7. And over the last couple of months, I'm not going to lie, it's been a little up and down just because of everything that's been happening with the partner split and my bulimia and everything like that coming back. So it's been a little over the shop, but I'm finally starting to get back into a routine and get everything sorted. So what I really want to clarify on here is that I did not get this from being unhealthy or anything like that. And that's really the misconception that people have, is that, oh, you must be really unhealthy to have diabetes. No, not at all. So for me, type 1 is a genetic factor. My mum has it, type 1, and other members in our family have it. So for me, it was a genetic predisposing factor that made me get this. Now, I'm very lucky in the terms of my diabetes because pretty much when my levels are good, I'm on no insulin, fast-acting insulin throughout the week, and just a slow-acting to keep me stable overnight. So in blatant terms, what that means is that I've got 2 different types of insulins, which are in here. So I've got my fast-acting and my slow-acting. Now, these 2 here are my fast-acting. Now, they will hit me within about 20 minutes, and I usually only need 1 to 2 units to really have an effect on me. And then at night, I take this just to keep me stable overnight. So this is my slow-acting or slow release. Now, everybody is different with their insulin. I mean, I know people that are on so much insulin, and I know people that are pretty much the same as me, take no insulin throughout the week, apart from when they're really stressed or they're on their periods and everything like that. But what I want to clarify is that this doesn't just happen because of a lifestyle factor or anything like that. It's simply due to the fact that my pancreas just doesn't work. It's an organ that just doesn't work properly. And when I first got diagnosed, that really, really did affect me. I thought, you know, life's completely over and everything. I went to this full dramatic sort of, but when I was with my partner at the time, he made me sort of realize that it's not the end of the world. My heart's still beating. I'm still breathing. I've just got a pancreas that doesn't work. I mean, people have kidneys that don't work. They have bowels that don't work, or lungs, or everything like that doesn't work. So this for me is just something I have to do day to day now. I mean, it is, things you got to watch out for is day to day. So I mean, I notice when I start to go high, I'll get really anxious, and I'll be really tired all the time. And then when I go really low, I'll get the sweats, really fast heart rate, so tachycardia, and I'll just feel really, really sick. Almost like you're drunk. You go into like a really sweaty sort of state, not great clarity or anything like that. But the main reason for this video is just to let everyone know that just because you have diabetes doesn't define who you are, or doesn't define or make you the person that everybody thinks diabetes is, which is overweight or unhealthy. It's an autoimmune disease. It's that simple. And I think everybody needs to realize that it affects everybody in different ways. I mean, I follow a certain diet, other people follow a certain diet. It all affects everyone differently. But like for me at the moment, my levels are quite high just because of all my stress. I notice that stress really affects me with everything that's happened. I mean, it's no surprise that my levels are a bit over this place, but they have been stabilizing. I mean, shit happens. You just got to move on and take it day by day. But the thing with this is that it's not just a quick fix, it's a life-term adjustment. And I'm fully aware of the fact that it will affect me, but I'm looking at the positive side of this, and my very goal this year is just to be happy and show other people that with this condition and other people that, you know what, everything happens for a reason, and you gotta keep pushing and moving forward and just hope for the best. I mean, when I did get diagnosed, as I said, I thought it was the end of the world. I was in hysterics, really, I'm not gonna lie. But then at the time, my mum, my dad and my sister and my partner at the time were all amazing. I mean, they were there from the very start, and they still are. Even my partner that's not with me anymore, he's so supportive and everything. He still checks to make sure I'm okay and that I'm dealing with it. And it is hard today. But overall, it's, out of all the autoimmune diseases, it's one of the easiest to handle, I find. I'm just happy with the fact that I'm still living, I'm still breathing, and that's all we can really hope for in life. And it's been tough trying to, like, actually accept the fact that I've got this. But it's just a matter of looking at the positive side of this, that it's made me more organized, I guess, and made me more aware of what affects me and controlling my stress and not letting people or things get the best of me, or stigmas about you must be unhealthy to be diabetic. It's not that simple. So what I really wanted to explain on here is that shit happens, deal with it, move on. It's not the end of the world. Be happy, be positive, you're breathing. I don't have a pancreas that works that great. So little injections each day. And if I'm high for a few weeks just because of stress, shit happens, you do everything you can to make sure it comes back down, and you give yourself a little bit more insulin just to boost that back up, and you smile, you push on, and you know that life is amazing. It's that simple. So if any of you guys have any questions about my training or my dieting or how I deal with my diabetes or anything, please leave a comment below or give me an email or follow me on Instagram. All my links are there. But always thank you for continuing to journey with me through life.